For centuries, white America has rewritten history to suit its own narrative. The country's origin story is literally about pilgrims seeking religious freedom from the tyranny of King George. Enter Black AF History, a book that promises to do exactly that. For many Americans, this conflict is about defending democracy and freedom abroad. But for Black Americans, the stakes are different. They have been fighting for democracy and freedom at home for centuries. Join us as we delve into the world of acclaimed columnist and political commentator, Michael Harriot, and his groundbreaking work that reframes our understanding of America's past. He captures the hopes and dreams of Black Americans as they navigate a society that is still deeply divided along racial lines. We see the emergence of leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, who offer different visions for the future. Lynchings, police brutality, and the threat of racial terror hang heavy in the air, reminding us of the precarious nature of their existence. But even in the darkest of times, there is hope. The civil rights movement gains momentum and victories are hard-won but undeniable, an immoral conflict that is taking the lives of both Vietnamese and Black American soldiers without addressing the root causes of inequality at home. We meet teachers, students, activists, mothers, fathers, sons and daughters who are all trying to navigate this rapidly changing world. Through their stories, we gain a deeper understanding of the human cost of the struggle for civil rights. On college campuses, the civil rights movement morphs into the Black student movement, demanding institutional change and cultural reckoning. King advocates for nonviolent resistance, while Malcolm X calls for Black empowerment and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which outlaws discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. His writing is both insightful and entertaining, and he has a unique ability to make history come alive. We are dedicated to amplifying diverse voices and promoting critical conversations that challenge the status quo. You can find more of his work online or at your local bookstore. We hope that you have gained a deeper understanding of the importance of Black voices in shaping American history and culture, and we encourage you to continue learning, growing, and working towards a more just and equitable world. We look forward to seeing you back soon for another thought-provoking discussion. Until then, stay curious, keep learning, and be the change you want to see in the world. Despite the progress that has been made, the legacy of these systems continues to shape the lives of Black Americans in profound ways. If you enjoyed this book and our video, please don't hesitate to show your support. Your support means the world to us and allows us to continue producing quality content that matters. They create businesses, schools, and community organizations that serve their own. They celebrate their culture, heritage, and identity with pride and joy. Economic disparities, limited access to quality education and healthcare, and the persistent threat of police brutality and racial profiling continue to be felt. These landmark pieces of legislation are the results of years of struggle and sacrifice, and their impact is profound. At least on paper, they open the doors to equal opportunity and participation for Black Americans in all aspects of American life. But he does not shy away from acknowledging the work that still needs to be done. We are inspired by their courage, resilience, and determination in the face of adversity. And we are reminded of the power of community, solidarity, and hope in the face of injustice. The fight for racial justice and equality is far from over, but he leaves us with a sense of hope and determination. Their contrasting approaches reflect the complexities of the time and the different lived experiences of Black Americans across the country. The stakes are high and the challenges are immense, but the determination to forge ahead remains unbroken. Get ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about American history. But that doesn't sound so plausible when you learn that those same pilgrims would enslave indigenous people and commit atrocities against them for land and resources. It's not enough to tell the stories of the past. It's time to write the future. In the closing chapters, we see the rise of new voices and perspectives. The Black Power movement emerges, calling for a more radical reimagining of society. Activists like Angela Davis and the Black Panthers demand not just equal access to existing institutions, but a fundamental transformation of the systems that perpetuate inequality. Slavery was justified by claiming Africans were uncivilized, but the reality was that it was just plain profitable. Among them is Emmett Till, a 14-year-old boy whose brutal murder in Mississippi will become a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. But for now, he is celebrating the new year with his family and friends in Chicago, and segregation was simply a way to maintain control over a population deemed less than. But what if we could flip the script? What if there was a way to understand America through the eyes of the people most affected by its triumphs and tragedies? It is February 20th, 1942, and the United States has entered World War II after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Michael Harriot's Black AF history opens with this powerful scene, introducing readers to a cast of characters who will guide them through the next 75 years of American history. As the chapter progresses, we see how the war effort both impacts and ignores the struggles of Black Americans. While the war in Europe is about fighting fascism, racism is still rampant at home. Black soldiers are fighting for a country that does not yet recognize their full citizenship. But they do it anyway because they believe in America's promise. They also do it because they have no other choice. Through vivid storytelling and sharp commentary, Harriot brings this era to life, making us feel the urgency of the times and the weight of the decisions being made. As the years go by, we witness the struggles and triumphs of Black Americans as they fight for equality and justice. Harriot does not shy away from depicting the violence and brutality that Black Americans face at every turn. One such victory is the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. But as the movement gains steam, the narrative of the book shifts. The Vietnam War becomes a flashpoint for many young Black Americans who see it as an unjust. Harriot interweaves personal stories with broader historical events, giving voice to the experiences of ordinary people who are often overlooked in traditional historical narratives. As the book progresses, we see the lasting impact of slavery and Jim Crow laws on Black American communities. Yet throughout these challenges, Black Americans continue to push forward. They organize, protest, and demand change. In the final pages of the book, Harriot reflects on the progress that has been made over the course of the last 75 years. As readers, we are challenged to confront the uncomfortable truths of American history and to acknowledge the ongoing struggles of Black Americans. If you enjoyed this journey through Black AF history, I highly recommend checking out Michael Harriot's other works. And if you're looking for more ways to engage with important social issues like racial justice and inequality, I encourage you to check out our platform. Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear your thoughts on Black AF history and what it means to you. Please share your comments below and join the conversation. Thank you once again for joining us today.